Web designers, let me ask you a question. Do you know how well your business has been doing in the first half of this year? Many times we don't know what our numbers are, and this week's habit is to tackle that problem since we are now rolling into the second half of 2026. Hi, my name is Cami McNamara. I own WebCami LLC. It's a one-person web design agency out of Seattle, Washington, and I have been in business for 24 years. I'm also the author of the Web Designer Habits newsletter, where each week I send a new habit for web designers to focus on to run their business better. So, back to running a report about your income for the first half of 2026. This is so important to do at this time of year so you can make adjustments for the second half of 2026 in order to meet whatever goals you set for yourself at the beginning of the year. Now, this habit is one of a series in Web Designer Habits newsletter, which you can sign up for at webdesignerhabits.com. You can also listen to this on my podcast at the WebCami Podcast. So I've had this habit for as long as I've been running my business. My background was in corporate retail. I was an allocation analyst, and what we did was monitor sales and performance of different items that we were selling. And I am also doing that all the time. I'm monitoring how my care plan sales are going. I'm monitoring how many new clients I'm getting and how many previous clients are reaching out for redesigns. I am seeing if any of my other services that I'm performing need to be elevated in my offerings to clients. But the bottom line is knowing the numbers and where your income's coming from and what your income is compared to last year is so important. I am always looking at my this year, last year to gauge how I'm doing this year. So this is something that, I'm really doing this month to month, but it's very helpful to look at a 6-month window. So I encourage you to run that report. You do this in whatever your current accounting platform is. For me, I use FreshBooks, so that's where I run a lot of my reports, but I also keep customized spreadsheets to do this. And I have something exciting to share with you that I have implemented, and that is that ChatGPT now offers a finance tool, which is linked to in my newsletter, where you can feed the data from your bank account and, PayPal, whatever you are utilizing to take in income. And ChatGPT will have that data for you, and you can ask it to sort it in many different ways and to create different reports that are outside of your invoicing platform. So that is something I highly recommend you check out. I just implemented it. It takes a few days for things to filter in. So, I just wanted to share that is an option for you. It can get overwhelming to not only do the tasks that we are asked to do by our clients, but to make sure that we're keeping a pulse on our business and the money that we're taking in. And it's also a good opportunity to think about what you're spending too. I canceled a couple of plugin subscriptions just this week because frankly, I'm just not using them very often. And I found one that I was paying for a client who hasn't been a client of mine since November. So I lost some money there. I wish I had noticed it sooner, but I didn't. But that was something that came out of ChatGPT telling me what subscriptions had recently been paid. So again, my name is Cami McNamara, and I am a web designer who works primarily in WordPress, but I also work in Squarespace. And I have found that the key to my success isn't necessarily the websites that I'm building. It's how I run my business and making sure that I have solid systems. And one of those solid systems is to always run my numbers for the first half of the year, mid-year. So I hope you have a fantastic day. Again, please give me a like and a subscribe if you enjoy my content. I'm trying to give web designers like bite-sized pieces of things to do each week. So you're not overwhelmed with a full-blown course or anything like that. You can carve out time. You probably only need about 30 minutes, maybe an hour, if you haven't taken a look at your numbers in a long time. But this should really help your business run better. It will help you know if you need to pick up the pace in the second half of the year. It will let you know what is working and what isn't, and just take some time and sit with it. So again, sign up at webdesignerhabits.com for my newsletter, like and subscribe, listen on the WebCami podcast, and I hope you have a fabulous work week.